Hey guys, it is your girl Corein Carter, Forbes contributor, and I am so excited. Look who's behind me. It is the incredible Tamron Hall, and we are here for a day in the life. Yes, a day in the life on set with the actual incredible Black girl magic herself, Miss Tamron Hall. We're here in New York, and I'm so excited to share the entire day with you guys. Hello. Hi, Tamron.
How hot and steamy
No
here.
problem. It is a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure's mine.
Gorgeous.
I love how professional you're being. I'm under the dryer. This is a television exclusive. I have never, ever done an interview under the dryer.
Yes.
And look how calm and composed you are. This is a day in the life.
Exactly.
This is the day in the life of a talk show host, or this talk show host.
Exactly. This is the Black girl magic right here.
Oh
This is what
boy,
we do,
let's
okay?
see. Let's see how much magic happens when I get from under this dryer. But this is how I start my day. Johnny
Yes.
Wright, award-winning hairstylist, insists on
Ooh.
doing my hair fresh every single day.
Yes.
Despite my saying I have a 5-year-old child. So I start my day running in here for glam, hair, all under this dryer.
Yes. Listen, and you look fantastic. You look even more beautiful in person. Like, how's
Okay,
that
you know
possible?
what? You've got the job. You got the job. You don't even have to compliment. Can we start my day after my hair dry?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
let's go.
Let's
Day
do
in the
it.
life. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you, my dear. This is my assistant, Jessie.
Tamron, obviously, we know you as the amazing woman in front of the camera, but I want to really get to know you a little bit behind the scenes as we are here today in your dressing room before
Yes.
you get ready for the show, okay? You often speak about how intentional you are about your mornings, especially after becoming a mother and balancing your career. What I want to know is, what is something that you do every morning that we don't see that kind of sets the precedent and the tone for everything we do see?
A shower. You don't get to see the shower. Everything else, honestly, I mean, listen, I'm in glam.
Yeah.
I'm in TV. I come in every morning, no makeup, hair usually wet, and these guys start to build me up for the show. But truly, it is probably, I mean, you don't get a chance to see me pray. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is pray before I step out of bed.
Yes.
And you don't get a chance to see me get my son out the door. With the schedule that I have now, we do 6 shows a week.
Okay.
2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Friday. And the shows start after my son is off to school. So I get up every morning around 5:45. I pray. I start to look over any emails or notes that have come through. Then I get my son ready. He's got to be on his bus early morning. And so that's a part of my day you don't get a chance to see, but that's how I start Monday through Friday every day. And then I head here.
I love that. I love that. And I love the part that you said about prayer, because I'm a spiritual woman. So for me, hearing you say that, it just makes me love you even more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Your show obviously gives space for underrepresented voices, which is one of the main things that I love about you. And you often cover stories that aren't mainstream. But what I want to know is, what story or moment on your show kind of reminded you that your platform is bigger than TV, and this is the legacy that you're building?
You know, there are many moments like that, but the first that just came to mind, we had a show talking about the number of veterans who are on the donor list, who are waiting for a living donor. And we had a member of the TAM fam say she was watching the show that day from home, and God told her to do something. And she reached out to Dove, the organization who helps veterans who are waiting for living donors. And we reunited her with the gentleman that she donated an organ to, all based on our show. And there wasn't a dry eye in the house. So there are many, many moments where I see firsthand, and I'm able to see, look, this is our team. Raul's turning off the phone for me. It's like, when I tell you, this is a hurricane. It's a hurricane. Everybody is helping me, and all of, the teams that you don't see in this room, outside the door, all helping to get me ready for Showtime, which is Ooh, it's in about 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yes.
But yeah, no, those are the impactful shows. We love a great celebrity interview. Cynthia Erivo was just on.
Yes.
Kelsey Grammer gave us a huge daytime exclusive, his memoirs, much anticipated memoir. Tina Knowles came here exclusively. We have been very fortunate to get some of the biggest names who have stories to tell.
Yes.
You know, I tell folks all the time, we are not the show where people just come by and, you know, plug something and leave.
Right.
Our audience wants a conversation. They want, wait for it, someone to talk. And so we love that. We love a show built on let's talk about it, and that's what we do.
I love that. And I know on your show, obviously, you cover a range of different topics, a lot of them that are emotional, and you create space for things like grief, trauma.
Yeah.
But I want to know, how do you protect your own peace? Because you are
I think
constantly
that's a funny thing you just said, because honestly, we don't talk a lot about trauma. We don't talk a lot about grief. What we talk about is life.
Yes,
right?
Life
and so our
circumstances.
show is, I tell you, we laugh together. We got Ja Rule and Case getting ready to perform their hit song that they only performed, they think he told me today, 3 times ever live.
Oh.
Living It Up.
Okay. Yes.
And so they're performing on our show. I think the reason why sometimes people see the show as a place where there are tears and there are heartfelt conversations is because when people come here, they feel safe.
Yes.
They feel like they can talk, whether it's Kirk Franklin coming on and talking about the discovery of his biological father, whether it's Kelsey Grammer talking about his sister, but they all have an inspiring point of view in that, right?
Yes.
We have people who come on and they share their lives. If you and I, you know, the camera was away and we're just sitting here talking, people want to know your story, right? And that doesn't just include the day you had an incredible shopping spree at Saks, right? That includes all of the hardships that not only you endured, but the family and the folks who rooted for you.
Yes.
So for us, it's a show built on conversation, and that means it is layered.
Yes.
And we get people who are ready to talk because we have over 1,000 shows of proof of product.
Yeah.
That we are not here to exploit your story. We are not here to, and I say often on the show, sometimes I'll say, listen, we're not having you on just to tell the scary thing that happened to you. We just did a whole show on I survived my vacation.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I didn't know so many people almost died on vacation. It made me want to rethink. But a lot of these people, like, you know, this one guy, he was getting ready to take a picture off of a cliff and then cascaded down the cliff and got stuck in the middle of these, he broke ribs, lungs. His friends were right there. They did not leave his side. So that sounds like a horrifying thing. Yeah. But it was a story of resilience. It was for loyalty of friends. They were like, we're getting you out of, his friends rescued him. And then he had, you know, months and months of physical rehab and then returned to hiking. And so the show had that, you know, juicy title of I survived my vacation. And they did, but it was also about the human spirit and resilience. And those are the kind of things I like to watch.
So tapping in on human spirit and resilience, tell me a little bit of about the things that you have learned along this journey, because obviously your career is absolutely incredible. But what is something that you've learned as being the amazing journalist, executive producer, the talk show host that's kind of carry you this whole time?
You know, I have learned to stop apologizing for being a woman who is competitive and who wants the best show for my viewers, our viewers.
Yes.
You know, we are a syndicated show. When I first started out in this business, there were 1 million syndicated shows.
Yeah,
That landscape is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And the reason that we've been able to be on now for 7 seasons is that I have stopped apologizing for wanting the best product imaginable. And if that means I have to make changes as a businesswoman, I am going to make changes. People don't realize this is a small business. I mean, I get a budget to do the show, but we have a lot of autonomy. ABC Disney has been phenomenal. They're like, go build your show. Build your show, and if it's a good show, we will keep backing it. And they have. And so we're very fortunate that our station groups, I mean, in between when you last saw me under the dry, I ran downstairs, met with our new station, ABC station in Miami. We've got a new major upgrade in Miami where people will be able to see us on ABC there. I then met with the head of Hearst TV stations, all between here and now. And people don't realize that's a part of my day, that I am meeting with sales teams around the country because ABC Disney backs our show, but a number of other different station groups air the show.
Yes.
So I left under the dryer, got a little makeup, got a little bop, ran downstairs, met with two major partners, and then now I'm back up. I got my notes, and then I will be going into, and then I had a parent-teacher conference for my child a few seconds ago, because school is about to be out. So we had our end-of-year parent-teacher conference squeezed in, and then a little bit later, I'm going to an intimate dinner celebrating Straw, Taraji P. Henson's new film with Tyler Perry. So it's a juggle thing, and then I probably won't make it home until my son goes to bed, but we just got back from New Orleans, and we spent Mother's Day there and had a great time. So like so many things, I prioritize my child. I let him know that he's a priority. I prioritize my family, but I also prioritize this job.
Yes.
And I let my team on the other side of that wall know that, and I'm no longer apologizing for being strong about the product, because it's daytime TV and it's funny and it's fun and it's fashion, but this doesn't just happen by accident.
Exactly.
This happens with intentional thinking and planning and the right team and working collaboratively as a team. And I didn't know that when we started out.
Yes.
But here we are.
Oof. And first and foremost, thank you for just even sharing that, because you're pouring into me as a young Black woman in this industry, learning the ways and seeing how incredible you are. You are unapologetic, so thank you.
And it's a work in progress, because some of the things that it takes for you to be, I just saw Emma Grede interview that went viral. Hey, Emma, my girl, I love Emma. She's been on our show.
Yes.
And, you know, she gave a honest reaction to a question about work-life balance. And I do often see, not just in this industry, in the world, sometimes everyone wants to be Michael Jordan.
Yes.
They want to be, you know, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
You know, and I use those sports analogies because so often people use a sports analogy, but they want to be, you know, Oprah. Deborah Norville was just on, longest running, you know, Inside Edition. To get to those heights, you don't have to lose your soul, but you have to understand it will take sacrifices, and sometimes you can't do, you know, that thing you want to do on a Tuesday night, or you can't do something that you had planned, but at some point you will be able to do.
Yes.
And so I won't pretend. I'm not able to, knock on wood with our schedule, 99% of the things that my son has at school I'm able to make. But this week they have a special visitor day at his school. The minute I saw special visit, I'm like, I'm the special visitor. Wait, I can't go. I can't go. But guess what? We walked around the aquarium in New Orleans. We rode the trolley. We had an amazing time. We went to the View Orleans, and sometimes we just don't do anything but sit at home and read our books and do Legos. So it's not even just an elaborate trip. So that one moment in time that I can't be there does not define our time. And I've learned that. I agree with him on that. That's my hot take. I just jumped into the fire. Oh boy.
So I know you have to get ready,
That's
but
okay.
I want to ask you one more question, because you just talk about defining time, but I want to talk about defining roles. You are a multifaceted individual.
Thank you.
And you don't like to be defined by one thing. I think this day and age, that's kind of the cool thing to do. But talk about how it's important that you are seen in all of the various lanes that you are able to serve.
Well, a couple of reasons, right? Because as an African-American woman, we didn't always have these opportunities. As a woman, we didn't always have these opportunities. When I started out, many of the news anchors that I admire could have done any of the things. They could have written a children's book. They could have written a crime novel. They could have done, but you were told you have to stay in this lane. What I recognize more than ever before, whether it's, you know, I just ran into Ryan Clark with The Pivot. You know, great content that he's got going on. Mara Brock-Akil is a great friend of mine, by the way, forever, is amazing. You know, many of the people that I admire have found a way to be multifaceted through necessity and also through joy, right? And so for me, it's phenomenal. When I got this talk show, it was a dream come true, but I didn't stop dreaming. And so when I created Harlem Honey, this story about a little boy who was a little shy and we used curiosity, those are all things that I'm privileged to be able to do. So why not? You know, the cookbook, why not? You know, and so for me, it is important, but it also, and I'll be very honest with you, it has come with an unexpected challenge sometimes where people will say, well, what is it that you do? You know, and I'm like, well, I do it all. But what, because they want you to play, you know, one lane. And I think, you know, it is really it really boils down to, you know, if you do multiple things, people will say, why can't you just do one thing?
Yeah.
If you do one thing, why can't you do multiple things? I'm gonna do my thing. It's my thing, I'm gonna do what I wanna do.
Yes.
And so what I wanna do right now is have a phenomenal talk show with an amazing team of people that work and are proud of this show.
Yeah.
And then when I am able to write novels and create so many other things, that's fun. You know, I just lost my uncle who was like a father figure to me. And I said to someone, you know, to be able to go to his service and have everyone smiling and telling a fun, consistent, like everyone in that church told a consistent story of a joyful, fun, loving man who taught, you know, young men how to mow the lawn who weren't even his sons, taught them how to change, like that thing, consistent.
Yes.
And so I want to be consistent in what I do. And right now I'm going to consistently find ways to use my talent, to use my voice, to expose this show to as many people as possible while going home and doing a terrible job at Legos. I'm terrible. I get the one kid. My kid loves Legos. And the one toy I never got into, so that tells you what kind of brain I have.
Right, exactly. Oh, Tamron, you're just pouring. This is an interview, but you're teaching me all the things that I know.
You already know it. You already know. Well, I'm going to change. I've got my little outfit on. You guys are going to get out while I change, and then it's on with the show.
Let's do it.
I'm Johnny Wright. I am the key hairstylist here at the Tamoron Hall Show.
And my name is Raul Otero. I am the head makeup artist here at the Tamoron Hall Show.
I love it. First and foremost, I'm so excited that both seeing amazing people of color that are taking care of Tamron is super important when it comes to representation. Tell me a little bit about like how you define her looks, because she just looks phenomenal. Her hair is slayed to the T all the time, and her makeup looks absolutely regal and natural, but it's still perfect for camera. So tell me about how you kind of go over her looks.
You know, she's a pixie queen.
Yeah.
And I started working with Tamron back when I was 21 years old. I'm 47 now.
Don't look
so
at it.
She has been, thank you, she has been short this whole time.
Yeah.
We probably put a couple of pieces in here and there, but it's always been just a pixie for me. And for me, it's just very chic, it's elegant, it's elevated, it looks healthy, it works for any occasion. And that's pretty much where we are with her, because I don't have to ever have to think hard about what I'm doing with her. She's pretty easy on that. For the past few months, I haven't been putting any heat on her at all. So I do a particular type of style of molding where it creates like a bump in the hair, so to speak, so it adds texture to the hair. I just put some nice product on there, some oil, give it some shine, and you that's what you get. So that's the reason why it's also so healthy, because she hasn't been having any heat in her hair at all.
And that speaks to the volume of your work itself, because as a Black woman, we understand heat damage is not something to play with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then tell me a little bit about how you create these beautiful makeup looks on Tamron.
Oh, thank you. Well, to piggyback off Johnny, it's very easy on her. So for me, it's more about like enhancing what's already there rather than like creating like this look. I love natural beauty.
Yes.
Tamron is such a natural beauty girl too. So the objective every day is to just be playful, but also make the look very expensive, very chic, and just natural. We love a natural queen, so it's like it's very easy for me to like just like create looks on her.
I love this. And tell me about like when you think about she's here so many different days per week, and she's filming twice a week. So how does that go? We're here talking about a day in the life, but obviously she has another show today. So how do you switch up her looks so fast?
Well, with the hair, I don't switch it up so
Gotcha.
much, because between the two shows that we film in a day, because we just don't have the time, right? Because with that, she had to get molded and go into the dryer and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I'm sure you always play around with a little different color.
We wish
on the
we
eye.
had more time to do like more looks, to learn more looks. Yeah, but we usually come in the morning, we look at the outfits to see what colors I'm going to use. So I usually try to do a look that's going to complement both looks. So, and then like in between breaks, if I have time to like do a switch of lip color or like add a shimmer or something like that, then we do that. But that's usually like the routine in the morning. Like we go over the looks and see like what look we want to
that'll work for the whole day.
Yeah.
But you know, we did do our first fashion shoot with Tamron last couple weeks
yes.
ago.
Okay, tell me about
And
it. Yes.
with that shoot, I bought a bunch of different wigs.
Okay.
And was able to switch her look up pretty quickly and pretty swiftly.
Okay.
A lot throughout the shoot. I think we did 4 or 5 different looks, which is really nice and fun. It kind of we want to kind of take her out of her element, a
Yes.
daytime talk show element, and just kind of show another side of her.
Yes.
The lighting was different than what we normally use. The hairstyles was a little different. Of course, the makeup was fun. All that stuff was done in this fashion shoot that we did with Tamron. So hopefully you guys will be able to see that as well.
Yes.
soon,
Yeah,
too.
so excited about that one. And the inspo was 90s supermodel beauty.
Oh,
so
okay,
we're gonna,
yes.
we took it back with a modern twist, and I'm very excited for you guys to see it.
Yes.
The end result.
It's like with me, like when it comes down to like hair for like editorial and like magazines and things like that, I feel like it's best to not overthink it.
Yeah.
You know, you try to do something as simple as possible. People don't have a lot of time, especially this one.
Yes.
She does not want to
My
be
goodness.
shooting for hours and hours. So I just always try to think, what is the simplest way I can transform her look or change her look up without having to take up a lot of time.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what's really important. I think any celebrity or anybody you work with in the industry will appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm doing a class real soon in the UK,
Oh,
and one
okay.
of the classes is editorial and magazine shoots and stuff like that. So my theme of that is not to overthink it.
Yes.
And just to do use your beauty supply store, get pieces and all that kind of stuff, and add on and build pieces before you come and do those type of things. And that's what I did with Tamron for the shoot last week. I had it all prepared for her. So her transition was no more than 10
Yeah, that was
minutes.
really quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
10-15 minutes. It was really quick.
I love this. I love this. And give me you guys' social so I can make sure that people understand where they can find your amazing work for
So
sure.
I'm the same on all social platforms. I'm Johnny Wright 220. 220 stands for second to none. So
Oh,
Johnny
that's
with a Y, Wright with a W, 220.
Yes.
And my social handle is @Glow by Raul Otero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank
you are
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We had a rain delay, so I had to sit down longer than usual. Now, I don't know if this counts as a wardrobe malfunction. Something.
Well, you look fantastic, and the jeans are fitting.
I normally don't wear jeans. I've never really, but this is our cookout.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is for the occasion.
No, you look
Alright.
fabulous.
All right, we're on our way to the show.
Yes.
This is the first of two. We do 2 shows a day.
Yes.
With a 30-minute break in between to just change clothes and head out.
Oh my goodness.
So this is our cookout show. We've done this show, I think, every year for the past 4 seasons. Last year we had DJ Cassidy, Fat Joe, Dougie Fresh, Ja Rule.
Yes.
They took over our stage. So now we've got Ja Rule coming back with Case, and this is going to be good. Living it up.
I was just singing that song. I'm like, okay, I'm excited.
I know,
Now
right?
You got me excited.
Now that's a cookout
Listen,
song.
That's definitely
Okay, here
a
we
cookout
go.
song for
Thank
sure.
you.
Go ahead, Swift.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing?
Thank you. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Okay. All righty.
Yes.
Hi, gang. It's cold. So this is where it all starts.
Yes.
Hey Tam Fam, how we feeling? All right, come on, we need a whole lot more energy than that. There we go.
Vintage since 1970. Hey, Tam Fam, we're behind the scenes getting ready. Today is our annual cookout. Who got the invitation? Oh, we got some big heavy hitters in the house. Ja Rule and Kate performing a cookout classic. We have a NOLA chef that's going to teach us how to char grill oysters. Is going to knock everybody out. And listen, we got giveaways that you too can win from home. And Bill Bellamy Tommy's dropping by. Listen, in honor of cookout, I'm wearing my favorite t-shirt. If it's a cookout, I gotta be cool, but you know, I gotta get in there. It's cookout time. We'll see you in a few. This is Jason, our supervising producer overseeing this show. So Star Wars Famous Love. Amazing that was on the last episode. Hey guys, we're behind the scenes. So we started out in the morning. I can't even talk anymore and I'm about to start. Glam, walking in, a couple of meetings in between. We script all of our shows probably a week or two before. So this show was scripted and written a couple of weeks ago, so I had to refresh my mind on what we wrote, what we put together. It's a cookout, and there's the audience. They're getting ready to get going. I can see them all. They don't know I can see them, but I can see them. It's our audience. I love this. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Here we go. The favorite part of the show is when I walk out. The very first time I walk out, it never gets old. It's magical every time. To see people react with joy and love. It's truly, it's like a rocket ship. Hey guys, hi everybody.
Hi guys, how are you?
So as you can see, this huge production, we moved up this huge production only for it to start raining. All right, so I'm gonna move fast, guys. I'm mic'd up.
Hello, Tampa. Welcome to the cookout. We're supposed to do it outside, but of course, rainy weather, so we gotta bring it inside.
Okay.
That's it. That's the goal.
So we're not gonna open the thing with
Do you still want to?
Yes. Let me see what I got in here. What?
When things go a little, crazy, how do you make it work in all of these situations?
You gotta make it work. That's what makes it fun. I did live TV for my entire career. And when we started the show, the team at ABC Disney said that was going to be a weapon. I know how to go live. I've done live at MSNBC, live at the Today Show, live throughout my career. So when you're live, you just got to keep going. So I treat our show like it's live. So that little snafu of the rain, I've covered Hurricane Gustav, Hurricane Katrina. You have to just go.
Keep going,
And so this is nothing. We're going to figure it out.
I love it.
That's a weapon. Live TV, the journalism background is really what helped distinguish the show. And it helps me pivot when something like that happens. And no one will ever know. Well, they'll know now.
Your energy, the show is freaking incredible. Like, I'm so inspired. I was already inspired coming here, but when I tell you, you make me want to cry. You are a true Black girl magic in pure form. Like, thank you. Tell me how excited you are.
You know what? I'm excited to go to the second show. I mean, it's whirlwind. We get about 20 minutes. I'm going to go in the dressing room, go back down and change. Marie, Scott Evans. We're going to have some more fun. But it's a dream come true. I mean, listen, it's already 5 o'clock. You hung the whole day. Look at your short time of leaving before the second show. All right, well, you know what? Come back anytime. Thank you for coming along for a glimpse of our day. Got a little more to go. Then I'll go home and hang out with that kid.
Exactly. Listen,
oh, no, I have an event.
You got an event.
Then I'm going to go hang out with the kid.
What did they say? You got 30 minutes?
30 minutes is nothing. That's a lifetime.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Tamron. You are incredible.
All right, come back anytime. All right, and don't bring the rain next time.
Bye, y'all. I got the rain.
Here's your microphone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.